Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. I am Abdul Muttalib and today we will move towards our lesson number 18 and the lesson name is Sirrah, the birth of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So let's start. Almost 1500 years ago, Allah, through His kindness, blessed the people of Arabia. The Arabs had forgotten the right way of their forefather Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and had started worshipping idols instead of worshipping Allah Most High. Although they had many good qualities, the Arabs were far away from Allah's guidance, and that is why they had many bad habits. They harmed women, buried their daughters alive, and treated the weak people in a very bad way. They were known for fighting over silly things like who owned a water well or land, and sometimes even over the results of a camel race. They gambled, drank alcohol, had fights and wasted their money. All this was because they did not follow the teachings of Allah. It was at this time that Allah blessed the Arabs. The arrival of Allah's most beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is the greatest blessing of Allah, was near. The Prophet's grandfather Abdul Muttalib was told by many good people that his grandson would grow up to be a great person. So Abdul Muttalib began to think of a name for his grandson. He thought hard about this for 6 days, but he still could not decide what the child's name should be. On the 7th day, as he thought once again about a name for the baby, he suddenly felt sleepy. In a dream, he heard a voice instructing him that the baby must be named Muhammad, which means the most praised one. Surprised by the voice in his dream, he woke up and rushed to Prophet Muhammad's mother, Lady Amina, to tell her about the name. As he informed her, she smiled and told him that she had seen the very same dream and had been given the very same instructions. One bright Makkah night, the sky was lit up from the east to the west. There was a special glow covering the entire city and a warm feeling filled the air. What was going on? This was a night unlike any other. Something special was about to happen. As the travelers went to their tents for the night, they saw that the heavens were glowing as though the stars had come down closer to the earth. That night, all the animals on the earth could speak. The desert rabbits, camels, wolves, and all the other creatures of the earth were able to talk and understand each other. Together, they sang songs praising Allah and spoke of the birth of the last prophet, the leader of all prophets and the best of Allah's creation. In the early hours of a blessed Monday morning, the 12th of Rabi Awwal, Lady Amina had her baby. The special light that had been passed down from generation to generation throughout the years was now shining from Lady Amina. The light was so bright that she saw the valleys and palaces of Bosra in Syria. As the dazzling light in her room lowered, Lady Amina's eyes met with the most beautiful baby ever born, her son, whom she named Muhammad. As she looked at the beauty of the baby in wonder, the baby raised himself up and said, "There is no God but Allah, and I am His prophet." The little baby Muhammad then fell into prostration and worshipped Allah. A musical voice then filled the room, saying, May peace be upon you, O Prophet, and Allah's mercy and His kindest blessings. Lady Amina then sent news of the Prophet's birth to his grandfather Abdul Muttalib. When he heard the news, he was so happy that he took the baby in his arms and rushed out towards the Kaaba. Abdul Muttalib circled the Kaaba 7 times, holding the baby, and then announced that he had been gifted with a grandchild and his name was Muhammad. At this point, we will end the lecture. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.